Welcome into a Titan game day morning from just absolutely frigid Nashville, Tennessee. Broncos and Titans on deck for later today. And at this point, there's a couple of different things that we have to go through. Some interesting players who are going to miss time, some players who are likely to return for this game. And of course, three keys to success, as is the custom. We'll go through these things together and we'll get you on your way before this game gets up and rolling so you can get out the tailgate if you're not out there in the cold already. We, of course, have the three keys to success to go through. We'll do a best bet and we'll get on with the day. Before we get started, though, I need you guys to share this show on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, wherever you're hanging out with us. If you're on Twitter, please retweet the show in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. If you are on YouTube or Twitch, please subscribe to the channel, throw a like on a video. It would be hugely appreciated if you did so. If you are on Facebook Live, like Randy Himberg or Jacoby Poston, you can share now to public. That's in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen as we get things rolling on this Titan game day morning. More of you guys are going to start to trickle in. We'll go ahead and start the show as more people arrive, and we'll have a great time doing it together. Welcome into Titan Game Day morning from the Superbook Sports Studios. I'm your host, Buck Rising, and I'm proud, as always, to be presented to you by our friends at Two Rivers Ford. Two Rivers Ford 2023 model year Fords available for you right now. Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet, or online at tworiversford.com. The Ashton Group of RE/MAX Advantage, GaryAshton.com, is where you go for the intel edge you need to succeed. Get the best in the business. Trust the team that your favorite teams trust at GaryAshton.com. And of course, ahead of all the NFL action, Superbook Sports is your place to get in on that action. They'll match your first bet up to $1,000. Great odd boosts and promotions available to you in the Superbook Sports app. So, three keys to success is what lies ahead of us. And there's a couple of different things that the Titans are going to have to learn how to live without today. So you know the players who are inactive. There will be no Bud Dupree. There will be no Jeffrey Simmons. That is going to be a massive, massive loss for this Titans defense that has done so well to go above and beyond to continue to keep them in games while the offense has languished. So we'll start with your key to success. Give me one. I'm going to give you three throughout the course of the next 15 minutes or so. So give me one, and I will get into those things with you right after I tell you that Two Rivers Ford is your place to go for a 2023 model year Ford. Two Rivers Ford always makes it fast, easy, and fun to go through the car buying experience, whether you're working with one of their non-commissioned salespeople or you're going through the process online yourself with any of their offerings that you can browse through. A Ford Explorer, F-150, Broncos Sport, Escape, Mustang, whatever you desire, Two Rivers Ford is always going to give you the best options at the best prices. Two Rivers Ford in Mount Juliet or online at tworiversford.com. So, your key to success, and I will start with mine today. There's a couple of different things that the Titans are going to have to do. First and foremost, they're going to have to learn how to live without Jeffrey Simmons for the first time this season. He has been an utter force. He has been the best defensive tackle, not named Aaron Donald. He has been a godsend for them because the best thing that they do is win with four up front. We'll see today if they have to utilize blitzes more often because of his absence in the middle, causing that pressure, helping the edge guys clean up. Danico Autry is still obviously going to be available. Rashad Weaver will be out there as well. But again, as I mentioned, no Bud or Simmons is going to be a major loss. So the first key to success is that the depth of this Titans defensive front has to really step up. They have been called into action in several moments. Kevin Strong is also going to miss this game, a guy that we really don't talk about, but who does play a fair amount of snaps for this defense. Teair Tart will have to continue to elevate himself. He's not Jeff, but he has been playing at a very, very high level at this point. Ryan Tannehill, it is being reported right now on NFL Network that he is expected to play today versus the Denver Broncos. So we'll get to the Tannehill part of things here in just a second. But without Jeff Simmons, Kevin Strong, the depth of the defensive line will have to rise to the top today if they're going to be able to disrupt Russell Wilson and continue to give the Broncos as many offensive problems as they have had. The second is reinforcements that you're getting in the passing game. You are getting back today both Treylon Burks on the offensive side of the football and Elijah Molden on the defensive side. Now, I don't know that they're going to throw Molden back out there immediately. I would imagine that would be the case if he's activated. I imagine he's going to be out there on the roster. I imagine that he's going to give it a go, and I imagine that he'd be their slot or their starting slot corner and starting nickel. But that remains to be seen. Also, remember that Amani Hooker is out again today for the second consecutive week. So as we talk about the reinforcements that they're getting back, let's first focus on the offensive side. Treylon Burks is going to help. But what they need to do to help themselves is to do a better job scheming guys open on the offensive side of the football.
Well, I'm always leery of saying, hey, here's something I would like to see, because you know me well enough to know I don't spend my time ripping coaches. Okay. I don't do that because I know how hard coaches work, because I know what I do. Okay. I know how much tape I try to watch every single week. So I know what coaches do. But, just talking ball, I think one of the things when you have a young quarterback and a totally inexperienced quarterback, and it could be true with Tannehill too when he comes back. And I should add, when you have receivers who are not necessarily the kinds of receivers, Buck, that can win one-on-one,
right?
Because they don't really have those guys right now, is you need to create through your route concepts ways to get receivers open, whether it's motion, whether it's stacks, whether it's bunches, whether it's natural pick elements, ways that you can define a read and a throw for a quarterback. And also your receivers can get open based on the concept that they're not just having to win one-on-one. There's a lot of plays in critical situations where they run individual isolation routes, and then you're expecting your receivers to win. And you also have a quarterback who's not experienced enough in the NFL to understand what open is. He's used to college open, and college open and NFL open are worlds apart. So I'm just saying this is something I would like to see more of, and I think it would help everybody.
So that's Greg Cosell of NFL Films talking about more things that he'd like to see out of the Titans offense. To scheme guys open is going to be the second key for the Titans to have success today. So first, defensive front depth. Second, scheming guys open. They have not been able to do it very successfully. And this is a situation for the Titans where, yes, they are getting reinforcements on the offensive side of the football. We'll talk about Ryan Tannehill, who's expected to play today. But additionally, Treylon Burks, these guys need more help, and the coaching staff has to be there to be able to give it to them. So we'll do the third key to success. We'll also do a best bet right after I remind you that the Ashton Real Estate Group of RE/MAX Advantage is where you go. GaryAshton.com will get you the intel edge you need to succeed in this red-hot Nashville real estate market. The Ashton team is the best in the business, hands down, full stop. They will go above and beyond to make sure you get exactly what you're looking for, whether you're selling your home in this red-hot Nashville real estate market or looking for your next one. That intel edge will help you win the buyer battle at GaryAshton.com. So Chris Frazier says Tannehill can still get them the ball in tight windows. Oh no, the tight passes, not the tight passes y'all criticize him for that lead to a crucial pick in the playoffs. Pick a side. Will Dotson Jr. says Greg be spitting facts. Yeah, man. Greg, like he said, he doesn't rip coaches. He doesn't go out of his way to criticize coaches. But in a situation like this, I think it is fair for Greg, who is as good as any NFL coach in the league as far as the analysis is concerned and the diagnosing of the problems in the film study. It's fair for Greg to offer his observations and say, hey, I'm not telling them how to do their jobs, but if you were to ask me what I would like to see more of, here's what I would say. And that, I think, is fair criticism from Greg at this point. So to look at what the Titans are doing, they asked, as Greg said, they asked their wide receivers to win one-on-one matchups so often. It's a really, really difficult thing. But the third key to success is Ryan Tannehill playing today. Ryan Tannehill operating in this Titans offense. I don't know what his level of mobility will be. He was pretty gingerly walking around, trotting around at practice when I was out there on Wednesday. He was a full participant on Thursday and then limited again on Friday. So clearly he's still dealing with the ankle situation. But for the Titans to have 17 back in the lineup is as big as an advantage as any they could have today.
Defense, top 5 in a lot of categories. What's the key to kind of attacking them?
Yeah, they're good all around. You know, you look at the starts up front with their front. Their tackles are good. They have speed on the edge. Their backers are active and play physical. Their safeties are downhill. Surtain's one of the top corners in the league. You know, he's got size, length, speed. Does a great job of matching wide receivers. So, you know, top to bottom, it's talented, very, very talented defense, and they're doing a really good job really all around. You know, look at all their numbers, pass game, run game, third down, red zone. I mean, they're well-rounded and playing really, really good right now. So definitely a challenge on our hands. We're going to have to go out. We're going to have to execute and, you know, play our brand of football. But we're going to have to take advantage of some opportunities that we get. You know, when we have, you know, chances to make a play, whether it's downfield or across the middle or whatever the case may be, we're going to have to make it.
Yeah, do you enjoy that challenge with the top red zone defense and the top red zone offense? Just how fun, you know, kind of having those matchups when you do get down there and how successful you've been?
Yeah, no doubt. It's huge. You know, I think it's been crucial to our success up until this point and just getting wins. And no doubt it's going to play a huge factor in the game on Sunday is being able to extend drives down into the red zone, and then when you get down there, come away with 7s instead of 3s.
So that's Ryan Tannehill speaking with media earlier this week. Ryan Tannehill is expected to play today. So that's as good a sign as any as you could hope for at this point. We will do a best bet momentarily right after I tell you about the people who make the best bets possible. That, of course, is Superbook Sports. Superbook Sports is where you go to get in on all the action. They're the best in the business, and they will go above and beyond to make sure that you enjoy the betting process. They accept wagers on every major sport in the Superbook Sports app, and they allow you to take the fight to Vegas, the best odds makers on the strip. They offer great boosts and promotions, particularly on local teams. When you download the app, there's a Tennessee tab, and you can bet on all your favorite Tennessee teams. Grizzlies, Vols, Titans, Preds, whatever you desire, Superbook has you covered. So go to superbook.com for terms and conditions. Gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. So the Superbook Sports best bet this week, the Tennessee Titans money line against the Broncos today, -130. I think that the Titans will continue to have the advantage in this. I do think that they're capable of beating the Broncos. When last we saw the Broncos, they were still really struggling, even though they won in the London game. So yes, on the road, won the London game against the Jags. The Jags imploded, and the Broncos were able to get out of there and get into their bye with a win. But their problems, I don't necessarily are ones that are outright corrected just because they've had additional time on this bye to get things right. So I would take the Titans on the money line, -130 today. That's going to do it for the Titan Game Day Morning Show. I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to run over to Nissan Stadium. Blaine Bishop, Mickey Ryan, and myself, we're going to be sitting out on the concourse in front of the east. What is that? The East Gate, the Pro Shop Gate 1, doing Titans, the league company countdown to kickoff pregame, and then I'll head into the stadium and cover this bad boy and see where things go. So I hope if you're going, you stay warm. If you're not, enjoy the warmth of your living rooms. And certainly we'll be back tonight on primetime to talk about this game. See you.